Hi, and welcome to OTHA 2301 Pathophysiology, where you will spend the next 8 weeks learning about the common conditions and the side effects and symptoms of these conditions that we typically treat in occupational therapy. We think that it's important for you to have a foundation and to know about the different conditions. And so then as we begin to meet patients and have case studies, you can develop interventions based upon the conditions. So this class is 100% online. It is set up to be self-paced. So I will kind of go through what my expectations are, but my recommendation is, because we're going to be doing kinesiology at the same time, is to work ahead. So if you know you've got a free morning, work through a few different chapters, and you'll kind of see what I mean here in just a minute. First off, I want to show you the textbook. So this one right here, this is an old edition. This is the edition we're in now, the Conditions in Occupational Therapy. And you really need the most current edition of the text. The reason is because over the years, when I first took this class 24 years ago, my textbook was this thick, and it was awesome, right? But now your textbook is this thick. And so they've added so much more important information. You want to be sure that you have the correct text. All right, so with that said, let's take a look at the course itself. So the course is basically set up into modules, and you have 8 weeks to complete the modules. So what we'll do is we'll come down here to pediatric conditions. This is where you will start first. All right, and you'll open it up, and you will see that you will have different chapters. So cerebral palsy, that's where you'll start with the very first assignment. You will read the chapter, you will watch the video, and then you will complete the assignment. And so this assignment is meant to follow the chapter to help you kind of organize and break down the chapter. You should be able to go in and out of it as much as you need to. But I will tell you that I've been burned before by Canvas. I think I've told you this, that I've spent hours, working in something, and then it ended up not saving and I lost it all. So be kind of cognizant of that and aware of that. So here's what you're going to do. So for the first 2 weeks of the class, you're going to spend going through each of the pediatric chapters. You'll read it, you'll complete the assignment. Then once you've completed all of the assignments, you'll take the exam for the module, and the module will cover all of the pediatric chapters. Look, this is meant to be open book. Yes, it does have a time limit, but the time limit is set up just to make sure that you have been in the book, have been working through it, and you're somewhat familiar with it. But you'll find that you are able to answer all of the questions within the time limit. So once you've completed module 1 exam, you have 2 weeks to complete the first module, all the assignments and the test. And then what you'll do is you move on from there. So I'm going to back out of here so you can see what starts the next module. So the next module will be all about mental health conditions. So I'm posting this now because some of you won't see me until Thursday of this week, and I want for you to already get a head start working on patho before we meet together in kinesiology. So the best thing, again, that you can do is work ahead. Don't wait until these assignments are due on Sunday and try to start working through all of them and take the exam, because you just won't be able to do it. So use good time management and just enjoy the course. It's not meant to be difficult. It's just meant to be a tool to help you with your learning as you progress through the occupational therapy assistant program. Real quick, I want to show you your calendar. So what I would do is I would open up this calendar and I would put all of my due dates in my calendar, so that way I can be sure that I'm working ahead. So as you can see, Module 1 begins 8:25. That's the first day of class, and everything for Module 1 has to be submitted by Sunday, September the 7th at 11:59 p.m. Module 2 starts on Monday, September 8th, and everything for Module 2 is due September 21st, again, which is a Sunday. So I tried to keep all of the dates consistent for you. Module 3 will be about physical conditions. You'll have 2 weeks to do that one as well. Now, general medical conditions, Module 4, you only have 1 week to get that one done. It's because we're running out of time in this semester, but there's not as many chapters, or I've kind of condensed the number of questions in the assignments to make sure that you can get everything done. But again, feel free to work ahead. So if it's week 3 and week 4 and you're working ahead to week 7, perfectly fine. Week 8, you notice it's 2 days. That's because it's really finals week for us, and that's when you're going to submit a project about social determinants of health. We can talk more about that in kinesiology as we get a little bit closer, but I think it's pretty straightforward. That one is due on a Tuesday, and that's because I have to get everything graded and everything submitted before Friday, and we'll be doing our lab practicals and our testing in kinesiology, so it's a really, really busy week. So if we can have all of Patho knocked out by Tuesday, then we can focus, our week on kinesiology for the rest of the week. So, all right, that is all I have. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, especially if you have questions before you see me in class, the first week of class. But I hope you enjoy the course. If you have any feedback for me, please reach out with that as well, because I love to take your feedback and make improvements. So again, welcome to OTHA 2301. This is Pathophysiology and OT. Have a great semester. See you in class very soon.